Okay, so here we are, we're getting stuck into it. Episode 2. I'm going to be recording today a click track or a guide track for The Kind of Man. So if you didn't see this last week, I actually recorded and put up a acoustic version of The Kind of Man. I have actually recorded this song before, but I wanted to re-release this in this new kind of genre and this new kind of feel. I don't know, I feel like the song kind of deserves more than it got last time. This is a really special song for me. You know, if you read the blurb about my song last time, it's about my father-in-law who passed away. And yeah, he was an incredible man. And I want to do this song justice. I really want to kind of dig into it. So I set the tempo at about 118. It's in 3/4. I'm thinking I'm going to do a 16-bar intro and then a verse and then a half chorus, verse, chorus, verse, and then like a quarter chorus and then a chorus. So if you listen to the acoustic version I did, that's what I did. Probably not quite as big an intro on that version. So I'm going to do a bit of a bigger intro here. I'm thinking I might have a violin or a fiddle over the top of that, depending on how it sounds. The instrumentation that I'm kind of thinking of this song is the drums, bass, guitar, and then I'm feeling like some mandolin, some piano or an organ type thing over the top, as well as a violin as like a lead kind of instrument happening. Something that I had the idea of doing that I'm not sure if it's going to work, and I'm not sure if I'm going to have the time and budget to do it, is to use brass. Now, in this project, I haven't said this yet, but in this project, I'm hoping to just do everything acoustically. So, and this is a challenge that I want to set myself. That means no plug-in, no virtual instruments. So I can't just pull up like a brass section on the keyboard and kind of play that. I'd want to try and organize a brass section and arrange it myself or get an arranger to do it. That might be a little challenging, but it's all part of this album process, so I'm keen to see how it goes. So here we go. I'm going to get stuck into doing this guide track, and I'll see you in a sec. Alright, so I'm finally finished the guitar track. The bit that I found the hardest, to be honest, was this bit. I'll show you. This, the quiet section after coming into that third verse, just here. Because it's like that really delicate kind of thing going on. And you're trying to keep it in time. And it's what's actually going to happen here is the vocals, I think, are going to be not the driving force of the rhythm, but they're going to give that bit more sense of rhythm because the guitar's quite sparse there. So, all right, on to recording the vocals. So I thought I might show you exactly what I'm using to record this stuff. So my guitar is going into the radial tone bone, which is like a DI with a preamp type thing. There's like lots of EQ and different things. This little notch setting here is really great for pulling out that little bit of a quackiness in the piezo. I don't use this when I perform. I actually use a Fishman or a DI, but this one's good. It's a little simple to set up and chucked it on the thing. My dad gave me this one, and it's really good. So moving on to the guitar, this is my ever trusty Cole Clark FL2. I've used this for the last couple of years. And so it's going into the radial, and then that's going into a Focusrite Scarlett 8i6, which is a great little interface. I would love to upgrade at some point to a universal audio interface, but don't have the money or the reason to just yet, but that will be a thing that happens in the future. So we're going to move on to vocal recording, and that's going to be my Neumann, which is over here, my Neumann TLM 102, and then It's going to go into this Golden Age Projects pre 7.3 Mark III. So here we go. I'm going to do some vocal recording. Nobody wants to hear the life that you'd been living was soon to end. And from that moment on, you never stopped being you. You still gave all you had. Well, that's The Kind of Man click track done. I've got a heap more to do. There's 11 tracks that I've got on this album. You haven't actually heard all of them. I haven't uploaded them all to YouTube yet, but they are coming. I will release them just before I do the click track for them. So the next couple of episodes are going to be really about doing the guide tracks and doing the click tracks. But to be honest, I think these are some of the most important aspects of this recording project. Because if these don't have the right feel, if they're not the right arrangement, then it's just not going to feel right. Here you go. Here's a little snippet of
To be you were the kind of man I want to be. If I can live my life half of
I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to hear the whole thing, you can jump on my Patreon. I'm going to put the whole track up there, and you can have a listen to that. All of the tracks, all of the guide tracks I'm going to be putting up on my Patreon, so you can see that full progression and kind of hear how the tracks progress. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what I'm doing here, make sure you hit like. You can subscribe so you can find out when my videos are coming out next. There's also my Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee pages if that's something you'd like to do. So thank you very much. I'll see you on the next one.